he could look up to that did something like he's involved in, and he started the Gay Straight Alliance at Westland. And in the first couple of years, 3 or 4 kids only. And now it's up to, like I said, up to 50. So yes, we do have that program. It's going strong, although they'll have to get a new moderator because I'm not going to be there next year. So it's okay. And they have people. They have a teacher that's going to take it over. So yeah, they have it.
Similar question. For the past 8 years, have you come across any agencies that support people who's in transition or transitioning or today?
Well, there are a lot. There's an organization, there's a place called the Q Center in Portland. And it is a great place for people who need support. It's got a treasure trove of people and avenues of help. For children, there is an organization called Transactive. And that is a huge organization for people with children who have come out as transgender. And that, believe me, has changed tremendously. Kids are now coming out and saying, I'm a boy, and we're doing something about it right now because I'm not going to stay a girl. And it's happening on both sides. There's beautiful stories out there. And they're happy as hell when they get they want to commit suicide and cut off their nuts when they're 3 years old. I'm not kidding. It's so real. These kids know, which is so sad that our society still doesn't get it. But these kids, like I said, are teaching. They're making this world a better place, a more loving place for sure. Because they're being themselves, and they're doing much other. God damn, if I could have done it when I was 3 years old, I'd have been so different. It's really hard to do it when you're as old as I am.
I just had a comment back to the compassion thing, because one of my really close friends through middle school and high school, we always knew that he was gay, but he'd never come out to his parents, and he didn't.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't until after we graduated, but his dad, we always thought was just going to reject him because he would make jokes all the time in his presence that made us all terribly uncomfortable. But when he did, I think it was just like the fact that he knew someone and it was someone that he cared about changed his whole outlook on everything.
And like I said, it could be you doing that for someone. It really could be. It's powerful. We are powerful people for others. We just don't know how powerful we are. How are we doing on time?
10 to 6.
Then 6:30 is the end?
Yeah.
And we want to write and go early?
5:46, so if we want to have them.
Okay. Well, I want to answer all the questions.
You ever thought about writing a book?
I have thought. In fact, I've got the title figured out and I've got chapters figured out. But my book now, as I continue on this journey, gets bigger and bigger. I don't know if I have to write a sequel, you know. But yeah, I have. I was going to call the book Pink on the Inside. That was going to be the title. So I don't know. We'll see.
Get an editor.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Why do you think it's so accepted in Thailand but not in...
Oh, that one's came out of left field. Thailand is more progressive in this regard, probably from their culture. They have a culture of, in that part of the world, they had I think it's called Hiras, that starts with a J, but they're called the third spirit or the clean spirit. And they are considered, in some cultures, elevated, as in godlike in their tribes and such, because they're double-spirited. So it came, I'm guessing it came from that culture. It didn't come from America, where we came over here and killed all the Indians. It didn't come from that. You know? We don't have that kind of no, it didn't come from that. That's why it's still the way it is. But we're changing it one person at a time, one class at a time. Anything else? Yeah.
Do you think it's fair how media coverage can...
Oh God, don't get me started! Don't get me started!
Well, it's
look at Jerry
high
Springer.
profile exposure of people making this decision. I mean, you have that experience, and you can look at right now celebrities making this decision.
Look at Bruce Jenner. Hello.
And
I saw him speak.
Although you can be seen as a role model or even an inspiration for others, it seems like the media sometimes still portrays it as
makes fun of it. Although, it's getting better because some of the new shows, Brown is the New Black or whatever that one is, what's that one called? Orange is the New Black. And there's supposed to be some other ones, and they just did one called Trans-America, or Transparent, that got some awards. So it's becoming more and more positive in that regard. But as long as the Jerry Springers of this world stay on TV, we're never going to win this battle. With all of them, with everyone, because people like Jerry Springer, and they like those weird people that he gets on there, and they're like him, and like those people.
It's changing, I think, with the generations.
Oh, it is. The light is coming in.
The younger
The
generation.
younger generation are new lights, believe me. They are. I have a huge spiritual belief. My spiritual belief is that we are gonna. This world's changing as we speak. Yeah.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
What's your sexual identity? Like, will it change?
You know that question comes up a lot. Well, as you know, I said my spouse's name was Kim. I think of myself as a kinsexual. I will say this: as deeply in love as I was, and as hurt as I was when that broke up, I don't ever want to go back there and have my heart broken like that again. So I don't care what I am. I'll never, and I hate to say never, and I don't know who that person would be, but they got to be awful goddamn special. And my God, they better know what love is, because if they don't, I don't want to have anything to do with them.
But it doesn't matter to you.
No. I just want somebody to love me. That's all.
Like anything.
And to everybody, like I said, we all want to be happy. We aren't meant to be alone. You know, we're not in the world to be alone. Our struggle is ourselves, to be happy with ourselves. I mean, I think I portrayed that I'm okay with me. But I want everybody to be okay with themselves. Don't put me in your box and make your box, put pressure on me to make you happy. Don't do that to me. That puts a lot of pressure on me. All the people in my life did that. Put a lot of pressure on me to make them happy. And then I left and they couldn't be happy. Damn it. Don't do that to me. I didn't deserve to be in your box to make you happy. Be happy with yourself, for Christ's sake. That's it. Bottom line. That's the bottom line. That's why we're here. To overcome self. If we have to, overcome self. Then we can have this big party. That's my goal.
Kind of on the same track of what you're saying. It's like I never understood why people care so much about other people's like gender or their sexual preference. Like the other day I was at work and this girl says to me, "Do you think that guy's gay?" I'm just like, "Why don't you guys care? You're so curious. Like, why do you care who he's sleeping with?
Be like that. We
Why
need
do
to
you
teach these
care?
ignorant people. They're just ignorant. And I do want to say one thing about love. The one definition I have for love, in my opinion, unconditional is the only definition. It doesn't, it's not, there's nothing other than that. When people say I love you, it's like or need. It's not love. Unconditional love comes from showing it. It is not coming from saying it. Because there's a lot of people who say it. It doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. I got many people right. Anyway.
There's a question over here.
Yeah.
Do you guest speak at high schools?
I haven't. I did speak to a psychology class at our high school, actually, the first year. And then, no, the second year. The second year. And the girl was in that class and watched me speak and goes, "Oh my God, oh my God." Didn't know my story before. And I haven't talked a lot about my story, but I do have the YouTube channel that I've given this speech enough times that it's very different each time. If you want to see more of what I talk about, it's on there.
Nicole, you just have spoken at what, Oregon State, Portland
Oregon
Community?
State once, because my daughter was in a sociology class, and she introduced me in the class. That was awesome. I just spoke at Portland Community College on a panel, because there's a bunch of transgender people in Portland. Guess what? We're all over the place. But they pay at Portland Community.
Yeah, but Portland State has no money. Okay, another question.
No problem. Just like
I give you good here.
Just putting it out there.
Another question.
Another question? Anybody else?
Yeah, here's one.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel?
Is this Nicole Katz?
How do you spell
And
it?
I could write, oh, this is a nice whiteboard, that's not white.
Yeah. That's why we have no money.
I guess, no pens either. Oh, okay. So you can do that, Google it, you'll get tons of stuff. There's so many links on that. And then when you go to the YouTube channel, because it'll come up with other videos that are in there, you can just go onto, I think it's called on the left-hand side, My Videos, I think, or something like that. And I mean, some of them will show up right away on that, but you might have to go to the left-hand column and look at a specific link that'll give just mine. I don't know why there's other stuff on there, but there might be.
Another question?
So you said your younger son and daughter, they've been really accepting. Do they communicate with your older son? And
My
if so-
middle son went down to Arizona where my oldest son lives just to wake him up. Just to wake him up, hasn't woken him up yet. He's daughter is out. Yeah, I love him. I love him over there. I have faith that he'll figure it out. If he doesn't, it's his path. I have to let him go. You know, I don't own the kid. He's his own person, so he's struggling with himself. He's got to learn how to love himself. He's struggling with that. As are a lot of people. Anything else? Yeah.
You make a really great TED Talk.
Yeah.
Really great.
Oh.
I'm really great.
Well, you know, and I'm glad that you guys are here.
Yeah, you know what TED Talk?
No.
They're like,
Yeah, I've seen them.
So there's two.
I've seen it.
There's a Portland version.
Is there Portland?
And
Yeah.
all these.
Or they're retired, maybe.
Like academics and.
I appreciate that.
Topic-specific topics underneath this.
Ah, cool. I mean, I don't teach high school anymore, so I used to talk a lot to my high school students, like, you know, what's the latest and greatest, and they would always teach me, but
Yeah.
college, university students, you don't have that because you don't see them as much.
Right. I appreciate a comment like that because I never know what my students think. And I've had people that have been, and there could be someone in here that's very conservative and very Christian. And all I can say to you is, don't let your religion show you or tell you what's right or wrong when you can see with your own eyes. A person like me, I'll tell you straight up, I'm not going to hell. I'll be goddamn if I'm going to hell. Because I'm a really good person. And God doesn't let really good people go to hell. And my belief is there is no way in hell.
He's gonna say, well done, good and faithful.
Well, that's what I will. And I'll high five. But I do have a conversation I want to have with that person. Because I would say, what is this about?
I just want to say thank you again for speaking.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is actually my second time hearing you speak.
Oh,
It's
good.
great.
Oh, good.
But I have a positive story about religion. I go to church sometimes, and the
Oh,
church
good.
I grew up in,
Not that you.
it got, yeah, not all the time, very rarely, but we were fortunate enough to have, you know, a transgender person join the congregation. Actually.
Cool.
It's a white-haired congregation, it's old people, a lot of people left. And it was not too bad, however, the pastor made a beautiful speech about, you know,
Very good.
God's love is, you know,
Yeah.
who you are.
Well, I will say that the school, when I transitioned, all these parents are saying, not people who go to the school left emails from other parents from other districts saying, I'm sending my kid to that school.
Yeah.
Is that, you have a teacher, oh my God, you guys are awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I go to church every Sunday. I'm a member of Rose City Park Presbyterian. We're Presbyterian USA, and we have LB, it says right on our LBGT friendly. We embrace that.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's just because in religion, it's not all religions, it's just
Right.
some religions.
Right.
Yeah, but there was some
That's
people that
awesome.
did leave, you know.
Yeah, of course, that's their
someone-
path. That's their
Yeah,
path.
but the people that stayed,
Or
and
or
stronger
welcome. Yeah,
congregations
that's
than it was before.
That's very
So,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I give these speeches and I don't know what the reaction is going to be, and I know people are always thinking, oh God, we have a speaker coming in. It's going to bore us to death.
But I mean, that's one good thing about teaching college and university, because you have academic freedom. You know,
Yeah,
you don't
right.
have that at a high school,
Right.
because you are under the constraints of who they want you to hear as a guest speaker and everything else. And you get
Right.
parents calling, and you get called in. You know, at university and college, it's great,
Right.
because
I do apologize for my language. I don't
No, it's all right.
know.
You have to say it out loud in high school.
And sometimes it's the point harder when you say that.